In the current system, what happens is that anybody who comes with a UNHCR WFP ration card is eligible to collect food. Now we are going to change this system because we are introducing the new food collector procedure, where this procedure is going to actually modify the way we actually manage our food distributions, and also ensure that it's only the people who are completely in need of food are the ones who are going to receive the food rations.
On a normal food distribution, we give WFP a manifest, which is given twice a month, because distribution takes place on the first week of every month and on the third week of every month. So instead of now giving a food manifest, which we give, it will be done through a system known as biometrics. Biometrics basically means that it's a means to identify the characteristic of a person through various means. In this case, we take fingerprints of all people that come and register within our camp.
At the main gate, you will be subjected to security checks by our security officers. So when you are ushered in, you will wait at the waiting bay for you to queue there. And then when your time comes, you'll be ushered in into the verification hall where the verification process will take place.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Assisting with the ration card number.
Once he presents the ration card is going to be scanned using the barcode reader. The details of the person come on the screen, and then there will be a fingerprint reader machine where he places the finger. If the information tallies with the ones in the system, the UNHCR progress database, the person will be allowed to go and collect food.
If, for example, the fingerprint of the person cannot be read, they will refer it to the litigation desk and they will just check the identity of the person. And because we have photographs of all our persons of concern, so once the detail matches in terms of the physical evidence, that is the photograph, then we can re-enroll the fingerprint of that person again.
And when you enter into the distribution point, it now becomes a normal process, where there is a manifest, there is a clerk there and a manifest. He confirms if your number is in the manifest, and then you will be asked to collect food. There are two types of food collectors here. We have the legitimate food collector and the alternate food collector. The food collector for the family is any member of the household who is over 18 years. Given some certain conditions, like for example, in case of chronic illness, and there's no any other person who is above 18 years to collect food on behalf of the family, then this family will be allowed to designate an alternate food collector. The alternate food collector should be a person that is a bit well known to the family. It should not be a complete stranger, to ensure that food, once this alternate food collector receives or collects food at the distribution point, the food is going to reach exactly the household. Number two, we have also single women at risk. For example, the widows, the separated, the divorced, the pregnant women. Those ones also are eligible to designate an alternate food collector. Another category is the unaccompanied minors, and then also the refugee incentive workers, who also don't have any other person in the household that is eligible to collect food. And finally, the other household that is eligible to designate an alternate food collector is a household that has elderly members who are 60 years and above with special needs. This designated alternate food collector should be a registered refugee with UNHCR. The details of the family do not have details of this alternate food collector. So what they do is just to capture his registration details, so the information is actually included in the information, the progress data for the household. And that is when he will now be eligible to collect food on behalf. Now, households that are eligible to designate an alternate food collector will be required to actually come together as the whole family. If it's family size 5, they will present themselves at the UNHCR field office, plus the alternate food collector for verification. And if in one way or another this household may not be able to come to the UNHCR field unit, the UNHCR field unit will make efforts of coming or visiting this household so that the verification process is done from the home of the family.
All beneficiaries who are registered with us, everybody will be getting and collecting their food. No one will miss it. We have mechanisms in place in case your ration card is missing or is lost. We have proper systems in place to ensure that everybody who is registered with us will be able to collect food. And in case of those people who are unable to collect food because of any disability or protection concerns or specific needs, their alternative food collectors will be able to collect food on their behalf.